Close to the geographic center of the state, Albemarle County was carved out of nearby Goochland County, Virginia, in 1744. Its most famous inhabitant was Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence, one of the nation's founding fathers, and the third president. His home, Monticello, is still there and open to the public, as are his extensive gardens and agricultural experiments. And there's a major university he founded in nearby Charlottesville, the University of Virginia, all of which is surrounded by some of the prettiest farmland in Virginia.
Why is Albemarle County beautiful? Why do people come here? And one of the big things is for the agriculture, because we are able to farm it, keep it open, keep it from being developed.
E.N. Garnett is a former dairy farmer in the county. He's seen the local dairy industry almost disappear in his lifetime. But in recent decades, other agricultural enterprises have replaced dairy in the area, businesses that are more consumer-focused.
Back 30, 40 years ago, we just didn't have the vineyards. We didn't have all the venues that a lot of farms have, renting out for weddings. They have the corn mazes. They're just a number of different things. And of course, the latest thing we have in the county are the breweries that are raising hops. So there is quite a diversification in this county. We pull a lot of people from Washington, D.C., a lot of the cities that come in.
For a county that surrounds a kind of a little urban area, I think it's very unique that we've got farms and orchards, we've got wineries, we've got cattle, we got vegetables, a little bit of everything right here in our little micro area.
With 946 farms on more than 169,000 acres, agriculture is the principal purpose of most of the usable land in Albemarle County. The majority of those farms are smaller than 180 acres, but there are a few larger operations as well. The top agricultural products are fruit like apples and grapes, cattle and calves, corn, hay, and soybeans. Horse farmers and nursery products round out the top moneymakers for Albemarle County farmers. Being close to a major university does make a difference in how the farming community interacts with customers, according to local beef producer Rob Harrison. For one thing, the local foods movement took root here more than a decade ago, and that means agriculture is a major employer in the area.
Well, ag's changing tremendously in a couple ways. One thing has become a little more segmented. You've got what I call commercial producers who have to be bigger and more efficient to make money these days with the higher costs of operating and regulations and things of that nature. Also, you have a lot more of the smaller farms of people that grow their own products on, say, just a few acres and sell at farmers markets and do that value adding, so added products. So, I think it's a little easier for some of the younger folks to get in now because those markets are available that weren't really that obvious 10 to 15 years ago.
The customers used to come in and buy bushels and bushels to go home and do canning or freezing or preserving. There's more dual income families. People don't have time or the knowledge to do that. So they're very much interested in more prepared foods, or they want some ideas. If I pick all these apples, what am I going to do with them? So we try to provide them recipes, ways to utilize the fruit, how to store it so that it'll last them longer.
Even though the urban community can be sympathetic to local farmers, there still is some friction. Most residents have no understanding of what it takes to run a farm, no matter the size.
I grew up on a farm, but a large majority of people are not. And so they do not understand the noise, the smell, the tractors on the road, those kind of conditions. And we ask that, you be a little more understanding in that fact. If you run the farmers out, then we're not going to have the open spaces like we've had before.
Sounds and smells and slow-moving vehicles on the roads it's very difficult sometimes to take equipment up and down the road because we're wider than in some of this bigger equipment, and then just be patient and try to be safe.
With consumers who are highly motivated to learn where their food comes from and how it is raised, Albemarle County farmers have a ready-made local market for their goods. And it's easy for consumers to visit a farm for themselves. And that's what Albemarle County farmers want their urban neighbors to do: share and enjoy their beautiful countryside and help them preserve agriculture in the community for years to come. In Albemarle County, Virginia, I'm Dave Miller.